I wasn't looking for love when he entered my life. In fact, I had made peace with the idea that maybe love just wasn't meant for me anymore. I had learned how to live quietly, how to keep my heart busy with routines, work, and small comforts. It was safer that way. Then I met him. There was nothing dramatic about it. No spark that set the room on fire. Just a simple conversation that felt natural, comfortable, like something familiar I couldn't quite explain. He had a calm way about him. Not loud, not charming in an obvious way, just steady. When he spoke, he chose his words carefully. And when he listened, I felt like he was really there with me. That alone made me notice him. First, he was just someone I enjoyed talking to. Someone whose presence felt easy. We'd spend time together without forcing anything. Sometimes we talked for hours. Sometimes we sat quietly, sharing the same space. And somehow, that silence felt intimate. I noticed the change in myself slowly. I started thinking about him during the day, wondering when I'd see him again, smiling at messages before I even realized I was doing it. That's when I knew I was getting close to something I didn't plan for. We never crossed any obvious lines. No flirting that anyone else would notice. No confessions. Just moments that felt full. A contact that lingered. A pause before speaking. A smile that stayed longer than it should have. Desire doesn't always feel loud. Sometimes it feels quiet and steady like a pull. We never talked about the future, because deep down I think we both understood there wasn't one. Our lives were moving in different directions, and neither of us was ready to change that. Still, we kept meeting. Walks that lasted longer than planned. Coffee that turned into conversations about life, fears, and dreams we rarely shared. He saw parts of me I usually kept hidden. The soft parts, the uncertain parts. And that scared me, because once someone sees you like that, it's hard to pretend they don't matter. What we had wasn't casual anymore, but it wasn't love with a future either. It lived somewhere in between, where feelings exist without permission, something without a name. There were moments when the space between us felt heavy, charged, not uncomfortable, just full of things we weren't saying. Our hands brushed once, maybe twice. Always accidental, always brief. But my heart reacted every time. I wondered if he felt it too. I wanted to ask him what this was. I wanted clarity, but clarity would have forced us to face the truth, that this connection didn't have a place to go. So I stayed quiet, because sometimes not naming something feels easier than letting it end. One night stays with me more than the rest. We were sitting together, not talking much. He looked tired but open, honest in a way that made me feel close to him. That's when I realized something I hadn't admitted to myself. I didn't just enjoy his presence. I depended on it. Not physically, emotionally. I wanted the way he listened, the way he made me feel understood, the way he saw me without trying to change me. That kind of desire is hard to walk away from. After that, things shifted. Conversations became softer. Goodbyes lingered. Every moment felt meaningful, even when we talked about nothing at all. The line between us was clear, and we were standing right next to it. So we started pulling away. Slowly, gently, not because we didn't care, but because we cared too much. Messages became shorter. Time together became rare. There was no argument, no dramatic ending, just two people choosing restraint. The last time I saw him, everything felt normal on the surface. We talked about everyday things, safe things. Things that didn't reveal what was happening underneath. When it was time to leave, he hugged me. Brief, careful, controlled. And in that moment, I understood everything we were never going to say. Our love had no name, no future, only desire. I watched him walk away, and I let him go. Not because it didn't matter, but because sometimes the strongest thing a woman can do is walk away from what she wants, when she knows it can't last. I don't regret it. Some connections aren't meant to turn into stories everyone can see. They exist to remind us that we are capable of feeling deeply, without promises, without guarantees. And sometimes the love that never had a future stays with you longer than the ones that did.